Hey guys, today have been a day of rest for me. Sorry if I haven't got any videos out today, but today I've been experiencing extreme anxiety. And so something that I found to be therapeutic is when I share what I feel. So I'm going to give you another part of my truth and some of the things that I've been dealing with as a certified life trauma coach myself and a sexual assault survivor. I've learned that no matter how far I've come in my own healing, I must still be very cautious and self-aware and in tune with my own feelings and my own emotions and what my triggers are, especially when it comes to my own story. I've been very open and vocal about experiences with sexual assaults, and I've named publicly one of my offenders, Kenneth Shedd. And so today I wanted to talk about something that we fail to acknowledge, and that's the predators that are in our own families, the ones that we call mom, dad, brother, sister, uncle, auntie, cousin. So here are a few questions that I've been sitting with today. Why do we ignore that some of our closest relatives are predators? Why do we dismiss the behaviors as if it's normal? Why are we not holding our predators accountable no matter who they are? They're wrong. Their actions are wrong, period. I'm not saying stop loving these people. I'm saying hold them accountable. Love is accountable. Accountability is love. So many of us walk around really knowing who these predators are in our families, and yet we ignore it. We have fake smiles, fake small talk. We sit in family gatherings pretending like everything is okay. Meanwhile, our spirit is screaming that something is off. And we ignore it just to keep the peace. We ignore it just because that's just how they are. Their actions, whether we want to acknowledge that their action has indirectly traumatized us, or maybe that is one of the most painful truths. We often put our children in spaces where with people that we know that are unsafe. We don't speak about it until it comes directly knocking at our door. But what if we could stop it all from happening altogether by being brave enough to speak up now, to live out loud, to tell the truth? To anyone that's listening to this, you're not crazy, you're not alone, and you're not wrong for feeling that something is off. You're not wrong for wanting to speak up. You're not wrong, and you're not alone. You don't have to carry that silence anymore. You have the power to change the course of your family's future. Do it. I am living proof that what we don't deal with today, our children will carry tomorrow. That's generational trauma. 5 men took advantage of me, and 3 out of 5 of those men took advantage of my mother. And to this day, she never addressed it. And the silence that she held on became my inheritance. So let me be more vulnerable here. For months, I felt an undeniable pull to finally tell the truth about a predator in our family. Some of us know him and some of us don't. But I've carried the weight of this for years. Even when I began to share my story publicly, I would avoid naming him. So I went to my therapist trying to figure out the why. And what I found, it actually broke me. I was trying to protect 2 people that I loved deeply. 2 people that I didn't want to change the image of someone that they love. But I had to realize in my protecting them, I was actually hurting them as well. And I was hurting the rest of my family because I know I'm not the only person that he's harmed. What if he's hurt other people, other families outside of mine? What if I could protect someone by simply telling the truth? So I started by being honest with my loved ones. I told the truth to them in private because I didn't want to hurt them. I didn't want them to be blindsided by this day because I knew on this day or someday I was going to live out loud. And that is today. Because there is something about a dangerous predator that's in hiding. It's a predator that no one dares to speak about. Someone we laugh with, we sit with, we even invite to family gatherings, not knowing the harm that he's caused. So today I call out the bobcat. That's what I called him. Do you know the true nature of a bobcat? They're silent, they're sneaky, they're calculated. They hide in plain sight. That is what that man done. So bobcat, you molested me as a little girl. And I know you remember because I never forgot. You are a sexual predator. You are a predator of vulnerability. You prey on weak. You prey on young and the broken. You use manipulation like a weapon. And for years, I've stayed silent. I've avoided you. I've braced myself when I knew you was around. I felt my heart race when I saw you or hear your name, but not anymore. I see you watching me online. And when I see you in person, you won't even look me in my eyes. And I stand there with the strength of God, the strength God gave me, daring you to flinch the wrong way. Not because I want revenge, but because I want you to know that I'm not afraid of you anymore. The truth is, I was never afraid of you. I was afraid of how the truth would affect the people I love. But once I handed that burden to God, he gave me the peace. And that's when I knew it was time. You are a monster. And I say that with every ounce of compassion, peace, and power I've earned through the years of healing. People love you, but they don't know the darkest part of your mind, but I do, because I've survived it. So thank you. Thank you for being parts of the reason of who I am today. Thank you for being a piece of strength, the courage and the resilience that God gave me, because the very thing you used to try to destroy me, God is using to protect others. And to my family, the Cobbs family, the Humphreys, the Dixon/Johnsons, that family ties, them family trees there. You have to stop protecting these predators. You have to stop normalizing incest and inappropriate touching, the sexualization of young girls and boys, and the silence that follows. You have to stop only speaking out when the pain come knocking at your front door. I'm not asking for shame. I'm asking for accountability. I'm asking for us to protect the children who don't yet have a voice. Because whether you realize it or not, we know who some of these people are. We've always known. To anyone who has felt silenced by fear, guilt, family pressure, or pain, I see you. I feel you, and I am standing with you. You don't have to carry this alone. You don't have to protect anyone else's secret at the cost of your own peace. Speak up, heal out loud. Save the next generation. Help the ones that came before us. Your voice is powerful. Your truth matters, and this cycle of pain can be broken. Today, I choose to break the silence. I choose to be the chain breaker. I choose to lead with love. And I choose to cover this entire family in truth, grace, healing, even if it hurts. Because Silence no longer protects anyone, but the truth, it can save generations. So remember, the things that you are silent about are the things that I want to talk about. Black sheep.